they're depressed, you've never gotten on a jet ski and you want to?
It is once again that time where I have to talk about Gabbie Hanna for some reason, because she started doing Gabbie Hanna type things again. This time she's managed to anger TikTok with some of the videos that she's been making on there, as well as some of the things that she's been saying. And it just keeps seeming to escalate. What's crack, it's VangelinaSkov, and today, as I already said, we are going to be talking about Gabbie Hanna. Specifically, we're going to be talking about some of the things that she has been saying and doing on TikTok that have gotten people a little bit mad at her, as well as I want to briefly mention the heart monitor thing that's going on with her. But that's going to come at the end because it's not really related to the rest of it. Gabbie does have these periods where she's kind of more quiet, and by more quiet, I don't mean she's literally being more quiet. She's still just as active as she normally is, except for when she's taking a break, but she's not aggravating anybody, and nobody really seems to be paying any attention. At the moment though, that's not the case. It seems to be a cycle where we have just a quiet period and then a lot of not quiet. Before we do get into that though, I want to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, Casetify. Casetify have some of the most amazing and most protective phone cases on the market. They have so many different styles and so many different print options so that you can choose the perfect case to suit either your own style or to match your outfits, as well as having loads of different customization options too. And here are some of my cases, of which I have some super cool cases which are their own designs, as well as some super cool custom cases which I absolutely adore. Plus their impact cases allow for drop protection of up to 6.6 feet, and in the ultra impact cases that's a drop protection of up to 9.8 feet, which is like 2 of me almost. This amazing protection comes from their Chi-Tech 2.0 technology, which uses shock dispersing material which lines the inside of the cases and protects all 4 corners, as well as having extra bumpers on the ultra impact cases to protect the corners even more. But I hear you, how can you be sure that your phone is actually protected from these drops? Well, you can be sure because I'm going to show you. So here is my phone. You can see it's working fine, no issues with it, no breaks, nothing like that. I'm on a chair if you can't tell. And my phone is absolutely fine. But to be honest, one of my favorite parts about Casetify is their journey towards sustainability. They're working towards eliminating single-use plastic without working towards getting rid of the use of single-use plastics while still keeping the same amazing quality. So because of that, their phones are made with 65% recycled and plant-based materials, and their packaging is 100% recyclable, made with recycled paper and non-toxic soy-based ink. Plus, their cases are also non-toxic and non-hazardous, and they use a Defensify antimicrobial coating which kills up to 99% of bacteria. They're really checking all the boxes of just great features for a phone case. These cases make absolutely wonderful gifts for friends and family, and also fantastic gifts for yourself. So if you'd like to get one, then go to casetify.com/Vangelina to get 15% off your order today. Thank you Casetify so much for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get on with the rest of the video. Right, so Gabbie is obviously somebody that I have talked about a lot on my channel because, to be quite honest, she's given people a lot of reason to talk about her. She's done a lot of controversial things, clearly, and I don't think I need to reiterate them to you because I'm assuming most of you know, and if you don't know or you just want a refresher, I have an entire playlist of videos dedicated to my coverage of Gabbie Hanna's antics. Wow, that was not English. I'll leave that in the description for you if you want to check it out. But her latest aggravating of people is taking place on the wonderful stage of TikTok, an app which I constantly say that I would like to use more and get into because it's taking over the world, but then I post 3 TikToks in a row and then forget about the app for a month. Honestly, I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know why I can't do it consistently, and I would like to. It's a fun app. Now, for the last while, Gabbie's not been getting too much attention on TikTok, and I say that with like a grain of salt because she gets 40 to 50,000 views, sometimes more, sometimes like 100,000, which is a lot of views to get. Don't get me wrong, most people do not get that, and I certainly don't get that with my 3 videos and then forgetting to use the app. But recently she made one video that kind of annoyed people a bit, but that video ended up getting over 1 million views. I think it was 1.7 million views. So let's take a look at that video, shall we?
If I set a boundary with you and you cross it, what happens from there on out is on fucking you. I'm not taking responsibility for that. You lit a match, you're shocked there's fire. I'm not looking at you, I'm not talking about you, I'm not thinking about you, I'm not even smelling you. And then when I pop all the way the off, they're like, you're crazy. And I'm like, yeah. So why'd you fucking test me? I keep it pretty till you press me. No, I'm crazy, why'd you test me? Yeah, I'm petty, I'm not sorry. Had to lay that to rest, fall in line, ho. What, you missed the memo? I'm a savage, you so average. Wanted smoke, well now you have it. I'm the rabbit, you just salad. Me, an empath. I'm a direct reflection of the energy that you put on me. You approach me with love, respect, and kindness, I'm gonna give you love and respect and kindness. If you approach me with some negative, toxic ass attitude, I'm gonna give you some negative, toxic ass attitude. Because I don't think I'm better than anybody. So I'm not gonna act better than you. I'm gonna act just like you.
Quite a stream of consciousness we've got there, along with some rapping that nobody asked for. Look, I'm sure some people enjoyed the rapping, but I personally actually just can't stand listening to people rap and sing unprovoked, without any music. I don't know why it hurts me so much internally. Not Gabi specifically, anybody. I hate it, especially when they do it in movies and in shows and stuff. Somebody just starts singing, I'm like, ugh. Make them stop, please. I say all this, but I do burst out in Kiss from a Rose by Seal every other day. Now, clearly, a lot of people are in the comments saying things like, who is she mad at? Who is she fighting with? This is embarrassing and this is cringe. As well as some people pointing out that Gabi has not been really known to respect boundaries in the past, like she claims she does, and like she claims she wants from other people. How many boundaries have you crossed, Gabi? None that you know of, just popped off on some silly people who crossed mine. You didn't know till I spoke them though, so it looks a little goofy to you. I hate to bring up the Jessie situation, but Jessie has asked multiple times for you to not talk about her, and you continue to talk about her. That's all I'm gonna say. But I understand her own logic here. I get what she means. She's trying to say, well, she feels like Jessie crossed her boundaries, therefore she is well within her rights to cross Jessie's boundaries. That's what I think is her own logic and what she's getting at here. Oh, but also then Gabi did continue to rap, so here, let's watch that as well.
Keep it pretty till you press me. I'm crazy, why'd you test me? Yeah, I'm petty, I'm not sorry. Had to lay that to rest, fall in line, ho. What, you missed the memo? I'm a savage, you so average. Wanted smoke? Well, now you have it. Take my talent, then you have it. Time to break you like a habit. I'm the rabbit, you're just Alice. This bitch is madder than a hatter. Get a test kit. Just check the facts, your man says. You better come and get your man. He used my pics to jack it.
And of course, people are in the comments of this TikTok saying, oh my god, look, she's lost it, obviously. But I think we can all see that this is Gabi just going, well, the other video got over 1 million views and essentially went viral. So let me just kind of recreate it a little bit, get the same energy going so that hopefully I can get the same attention. Which can't really fault her for that because that's just something that creators do. If something works, you recreate it. Although I will say, one part of this was very funny and I think that she did it on purpose for people to point it out. And if she did, it is funny. It's the bit where she is in the middle of her little rap, looks at her notes for a good minute and goes, okay, here's the rest of the words. I think she did that on purpose to be like, haha, look at Gabi and laugh, and it is funny. Now, what I think happened here is that Gabi saw that a couple of things were doing really well for her on Twitter. This is not Twitter, this is TikTok. Things went really well for her on TikTok. So she said, okay, yeah, the being obnoxious thing, it's working for me again. Let me try to do more of it. So then she started going on about how famous she is because she knows full well that that is going to get her negative attention. At least that's why I think she did it.
Straight up, the realization that really changed me, I have a lot of them, but I never realized how famous I am. Deadass. Because I've always been really hard on myself. I don't have very high self-esteem, really struggle with imposter syndrome. Like up until this year, I did not know I was successful. Deadass. But like, okay, go click this sound and look at the videos. People you've never seen, never heard of, will never see or hear from again. Go viral, just duetting me. If you use my name in a video or a caption or like a little side reference, if you use my name in a comment in somebody else's TikTok, you're gonna go viral. I'm famous as and I had no idea. Now, the one thing that has always bothered me and will always bother me is that feeling of being misunderstood, misrepresented, feeling like people are telling you and everyone else who you are, but nobody's actually paying attention to who you are. For example, people say I act crazy or start drama to promote my music, but every time people have started drama with me, I usually push off a project. I've deleted my social media. I've privated my social media. If I was doing shit for attention, do you think I would have not put out my whole fucking album when I was trending every single fucking minute? I've waited for so long for my life to just calm the down so I could just post for the people who want to see it, and it feels good. And I know, because I'm famous as that eventually it'll work out. Whenever it's supposed to. God's timing, not mine. It's like Will Smith said in his apology acceptance speech. He was like, when you're a celebrity, you're supposed to just deal with people talking crazy about you all the time. I didn't realize that I was a celebrity. Literally took celebrities and like big influencers like fangirling over me to be like, holy shit, I'm famous. It's important to congratulate yourself. It's important to recognize your worth, because when you don't, you let other people make you feel worse than you already do about yourself. You gotta feel good about yourself. You gotta be confident.
But as well as that, she did this little thing in the video where she's saying, if you use my name, like if you duet me or use my song in a TikTok, or if you mention me in a comment, you're gonna go viral. And that is so blatantly obvious, just going, hey, duet me. Use my songs, make TikToks with my songs, use my name so that I can get more attention to my stuff. And it is a trick that people do on TikTok. I'm pretty sure I've done it as well, whatever, where you go, hey, if you do this thing, you're gonna go viral. If you use this song, you're gonna go viral, in order to get more engagement and stuff like that. So I'm not saying this is what Gabby's doing, but I'm saying I think this is what Gabby's doing. Hey, if you use my name, you're gonna go viral, so that people will test it out. They'll duet her songs. They'll duet her TikToks. They'll make TikToks with her songs. They'll mention her in comments just to test out whether it will actually make them go viral. Even people that don't fully believe what she's saying might just be like, well, let me just try it real quick. Although I will say, one person pointed out, this video isn't viral though, and it's actually you. Murdered. Straight up murdered. But as well as being quite obnoxious in order to do what I think is to get more views and attempt to get more things go viral, Gabbie Hanna has also pissed people off because of some of the things she said about coping with mental illness.
Listen up! This advice is about to change your life! I have the ick. This tip is not just for overcoming depression. This is gonna get you excited to wake up every day. It's 10:30, I just got up. Neither here nor there! Bitch, you gotta get a hobby. Bitch, better get a hobby! A lot of them. Just one at a time, but in your head, if you have so many hobbies that you're excited about, do you ever scroll TikTok and go, I wanna do that? I just saw a guy make a rug. He just made it. That's awesome. He just has like a little rug studio. I think it was in his house. I want to set up a little rug making studio in my house. That is sick. I want to write murder mystery novels because I'm really, really paranoid. And the scenarios that I come up with in my brain are bestsellers. Timeless classics. How can I possibly be sad when I haven't even started my Nancy Drew era yet? How can I be sad when I've never made rug yet? I haven't started crafting jewelry yet. Sure as have not tried any water sports, and I sure as never will, but you might want to. You're sitting there depressed. You've never gotten on a jet ski and you want to? You got nothing to live for? You've never jumped out of a plane? I'm not gonna do it. You might want to do that though. You're sitting here like, I don't want to live, and you want to parasail and you've never go parasail! I think I'm not gonna be a gourmet chef. I got a lifetime left of hobbies. Get you a hobby. You'll never be sad again.
People were upset about this video because they were saying it's pretty privileged and ableist to say that all you need in order to overcome symptoms of depression and things like that is just to have a hobby, and then you'll be fine. Because obviously having a hobby does not cure depression. I think we're all aware of that. And also some people saying, well, they don't have the means to do the things that they would love to do. They have jobs and obligations that have to come first, or they just simply do not have the money or the resources to be able to do those things. Would love to get a hobby hobby, but unfortunately I've got to pay my bills and have to work 16 hours a day. Damn sis, you got time to watch and comment on TikToks, but you can't learn an instrument or how to knit? That's your choice, my friend. I will say though, if you work 16 hours a day, you're gonna be way too tired to work on new hobbies. I mean, maybe not everybody, but I know personally I would be like, I just want to sit down and let my brain shush for a minute. That's at least how I would feel about it. So yeah, and this time Gabby's kind of annoyed people all around the board. I will say, for the most part, and people are about to get mad at me for being like, you're not being harsh enough on Gabi. Okay. That, I don't know what you want me to say to that. Because I'm not being particularly lenient either. I'm kind of in a middle ground here. I think I'm being fair. Is it not okay to be fair anymore? Like, what I will say is that for the most part, maybe ignoring some of the mental health stuff, the being more obnoxious and like going, why'd you test me? I'm so famous. People shouldn't mess with me. I'm crazy. Like, that stuff is, in my view, just an attempt to go viral. But it's not actually hurting anybody as far as I can see, at least that stuff. So like, whatever, do the thing, be obnoxious, go on about how famous you are to try and annoy people, that's fine, I don't really care. Now, the saying that all you need is a hobby and stuff like that, it isn't great. It's kind of, I don't know if she means it. I actually don't know if she means what she's saying or she just knows that she's annoying people. I think definitely the original video that she made saying just get a hobby and it'll help because it helped me, I genuinely think that that was her actually attempting to be kind and help, but she didn't realize that that might not be helpful for everybody because for her it is working. And you gotta remember, Gabi does have a diagnosis of ADHD, and some people with ADHD might find that having loads of hobbies might motivate them. Obviously not everybody, because everybody is different. Even people with the same diagnoses are different. Diagnoses? Diagnostics. But I think that came from a genuine place. And then when people came for her and said, well, you know, not everybody is going to be able to overcome their symptoms that way, she either got defensive and was trying to defend herself even though she may have been in the wrong in some aspects, or she just realized this was another attempt to get attention. I genuinely don't know which one it is. I actually don't. You can let me know what you think it is. Maybe you don't even think it's one of those options. You might think something completely different. But on this topic, on the whole you just need to be creative thing, I hope this was inspiring to you or anyone else who wants to have the money to do whatever they want in life, starting from nothing. Only person who can hold you back is you. I just wish people who got a level of success, even people who started from nothing, I wish they would realize there is an aspect to luck. Every time. There's always an aspect of luck. You can have people making amazing content on YouTube, for example, but their videos never take off. Why? It's just the way it happened. They could put so many hours into something and it just doesn't take off. It's unfortunate, but it's true. Now, there is something to be said for hard work. Obviously, it does get you somewhere and you have a much more high of a chance of succeeding if you put in the work, but it's not guaranteed just because you worked at it. And as well, like she keeps saying, like, you just need to be creative, everybody's creative. She had this whole video saying that it's so sad that we've monetized art because now we're like viewing art as good or bad. But do you remember what you said to Rachel Oates? You essentially said that she was untalented, but now, like, it doesn't matter, everybody's great. You have to make up your mind. Okay, and I finally want to touch on this one bit which has to do with more recent stuff of Gabi wearing a heart monitor.
So dramatic. I don't feel like hiding this for 2 weeks or trying to cover it up, and I know people will ask, so I'm just gonna tell you now why I'm wearing a heart monitor, so that they can see exactly what my heart does, if it's stopping, if it's skipping. My heart rate is crazy. It's all over the place all fucking day. It reaches really high rates when I'm just sitting down doing literally nothing. I'm talking like 155 to like 175. I'm literally just sitting. I also was getting cyanosis in my mouth, which I posted on TikTok, and everybody was like, go to the doctor, which is why I actually did end up going to the doctor, because I was like, am I dying? Here's to hoping that it's nothing and that I just have anxiety, or I get really excited just doing nothing. Like if I'm working and I have an idea that excites me, my heart will start racing. So I'm like, okay, is this like a heart condition or am I just easily excitable? So we'll see in 2 weeks. And for now, I'm just gonna wear this big bulky thing, which is annoying, but instead of being annoyed about it, I'm going to thank God that I have the resources and the foresight to go get it checked proactively, because the worst case scenario would be I ignored all of my fears and then had a heart attack or heart failure or something.
I just wanted to show that so people would know what was going on if you don't keep up on TikTok. She seems to be okay, and I really do hope that she is okay, even if I disagree with her and don't particularly like her. Don't actually want her to be sick. So I hope you're okay, Gabi, and hope everything is fine with your heart. Anyway, though, that's going to be it from me for now. So do let me know in the comments what you think about all of this. I would absolutely love to know. And if you don't want to comment about that, then leave me a comment letting me know, do you do TikTok? Do you make TikToks, or do you just watch them? And if you make them, what do you make? Anyway, please don't forget to subscribe, turn on all notifications with that little bell button, and make sure that you have notifications enabled on your phone. And you can also follow me on social media. Like, comment, share, and do all the things that I'm supposed to ask you to do at the end of a video, including remembering to go to casetify.com/Vangelina to get 15% off your order, and also to remind you that tomorrow on my vlogging channel there will be a new video. Link for that is in the description as well. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!